Hello everybody on YouTube. This is your awesome Minecraft Let's Player back at you with an update today. So, as you can see, I'm building my my fabulous computer over here. But really, this isn't a computer build. This is me complaining about this particular computer. So, this computer right here is a compaq Desk Pro EP series. I'm pretty sure. This is the original motherboard that came with it. Pentium 3 500 megahertz, 128 megabytes of RAM, 168 DIMM, I think. It has a nice industry standard audio card. It's a real POS, if you know what I'm saying. You know, it's an older model, so it doesn't have any built-in video. So it comes with this nifty little VGA card. And the computer works fine. I have no complaints about this computer being in this case. With these cables and this piece of shit and this piece of shit and, you know, that piece of shit and this piece of shit, I have no problem with it. The problem is when you try to use this case with anything other than that motherboard. Sorry, I'm just gonna rant the whole time. Like, I'm just super pissed off. So, it all started when I got the computer itself. I got it. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get more RAM in this thing. So I dug around in the garage, see if I can find any more RAM. And turns out in this motherboard currently in the case, there are these awesome old 162 DIMMs of RAM. With 512 megabytes each. And I'm like, oh, it's great. That'll upgrade to what? I don't know, 1.5 gigs of RAM. That's perfect for, Windows XP, whatever I'm going to do in it. Windows 98, it'd be overcompensation, I'd say. And so I stick the sticks in, and, I guess I think I've tried this for, it must have been hours. I tried reinstalling the operating system. I tried Googling everything I could. I tried finding the manual, and eventually, I think months later, I found out this motherboard will only accept RAM of 256 megabytes or less. And even then, it has compatibility issues with just about everything. So, incompatible with just about everything for RAM upgrades. It only has original PCI ports, so there's no real point in looking into any graphics card upgrades, but there's no RAM. Booting it up takes about 1,000 years. If you're using XP, of course, not Windows 98. That boots up like lightning. But no one likes 98. No one likes DOS anyway, so who cares? The case. Moving on to the case. Everything in this case, or at least it was all proprietary. There's no way to insert any other kind of hardware that you'd ever want to use in this case. The only thing I've ever found that was ever, usable was this other hard disk I have right here. I'm not going to pull it all the way, but it came with an original 10 gig hard disk, but I have it's a 60 gig IDE hard disk. Jesus. What the hell? Don't drop the phone, Jesus. What the hell? Alright. So I was surprised that hard disk worked at all, because I can't work on the 10 gig if I'm going to be, putting files on it for some reason. Anyway, but everything in the case is proprietary. The CD drive, I found no other CD drive works with this thing at all. On top of that, these cables don't work with anything else. They plug in properly, but they don't work with anything else. These damn ribbon cables. Not to mention the floppy drive. This may look like any ordinary floppy drive, but I have another floppy drive up there on my desk, right over there. And I swear to God, this is not how a 36-pin... Let me see if I can focus here. Come on. Hold on. That is not how a 36-pin IDE should look. I guarantee you, that is not the way it should look. I'm going to get my other one just for comparison. Oh, maybe it is. No, that's not how it should look. There you go. Okay. Yes, I found the error. So, both sides of the black IDE look like that. They have a pin in the wrong spot. Well, you notice on the actual IDE cable down here, it has a pin 2 bits off to the left. On the top one, is 1 bit off to the... Oh no, I meant to say to the right. Let me check the other side again. And looks like this side is correct, but the other side on this and ass ribbon cable is wrong. Piece of garbage. So it can't be used with any other floppy disk device, or it can't be used with any other motherboard, i.e. this motherboard. So it was really getting my goat for 5 minutes. I'm trying to put it in there, but it's not working. Come on, camera, focus. Okay. Oh man, what next? Yeah, proprietary case. So this power button, that is not a standard power button for any modern computer, and I think even any older model computer. Normally they look like this, you know, this big fat, you know, thing right there. Of course, it's just jumper connections, so you can really just, you know, jam it in there if it could even reach. Piece of if it could even reach, of course. You know, this was never going to work in the first place because you can't reach the damn thing. But if it could, you can just plug it in there. It's nobody's business. Hit the button, it should work. But no, not with this computer. It doesn't reach half the time, and it's not even the correct type of thing. These spots here and here in the case were for this fan, pretty standard fan, and this PC speaker. And what these would do, these would sit in here. I had to like wrench these off. I had to unscrew them and like really pry them off really hard to even get these things to budge. Because they're built in, they're screwed in, they're glued in. There's some residue stuck. You can see kind of on it is stuck in there hard. The cable of the speaker would go out here and it would plug into that huge industry standard like card, right in the ass, right there. I have no words. I have no idea how that works. To even get another motherboard in there, I had to rip those pieces out and like jam pack it in. I had to Tetris this board in there in the first place. Not to mention that the power port for this fan is unlike any I've ever seen before. That is not a standard power port. Not even for an old one, I don't think. So I have another fan up here, hold on. Pretty sure that's an older model fan, but that is still a proper power port. I don't know what the hell it is with this compaq thing, but it's garbage. Dude, what the hell else? Compaq screws. Don't even start on those things. Here it is, compaq screw. It's a star nose / flathead. The two things that nobody, I mean, I don't know if nobody likes to use those, but star heads are just kind of a pain in the ass because everything else is a Phillips, and flatheads suck ass anyway because they slide around all the time. Nothing ever fits in them. The whole thing is jam-packed with compaq screws. The only thing that's not compaq screws are the ones with a friggin' fan. And to even get these stupid hard disks to clip in there properly with this weird-ass rig that's going on here, instead of just screwing them in, it's this sliding. And to get these things to clip in there, you need the compaq screws. If you try to put this in any other way, it just won't work. Did I mention the case was heavy as shit? Oh. I guess let's take a look at the power supply. It's a 100 watt power supply. I mean, like, what do you expect for such an old thing? It's nothing wrong with a 100 watt power supply, but this is the problem. On the back of this computer, there's one hole for the fan and one hole for the power hole. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. That's the way your power supply is going to have to look for it to function. I have another computer over here. Hold on, I'm going to move it around again. I have another case over here, just to do some comparison, and you'll see that is that it should have a nice big rectangle. Now, even with this case, it's kind of because you can see I had to unscrew that's sliding around the whole way just to get that to fit in there. But I shouldn't have to do that anyway. But I shouldn't have to deal with that shit. It's garbage. And just to compare what like a normal computer might should look like on the inside. I think it does on the side. Tons of space down here, tons of space up here. Look at the difference. That is a mad difference. Where's my measuring tape? So that's just about 6 inches, I guess. And from here to here, it's probably about it's less than 4. Like, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on with that. You have to take off the front for this computer also, but you just screw it in the side. There's no need for this clippy shit. What else? What else? Nothing in the back here. No excess ass strapped in that you have to, ram out with a hammer. Not heavy as balls. Comes with a nice standard bunch of power cables. There's a nice little PC speaker down there, just, doing its thing. Not this huge ass again. Mind you, this also does every other sound on the computer, but still. Piece of shit. And stupid failing CD drive in this machine. It uses that weird industry standard as well. One side plugs into the CD machine, one side plugs into the industry standard, like the sound card, directly into the sound card. Just weird. I've seen it before, but I've never. I mean, I've seen it here, but I've heard of it before, but I've never had to deal with it. I don't know. It's definitely a good learning experience to know what not to do when designing a computer case. What a piece of shit.